Hey y'all, I'm getting so tired of trying to take up for LG's UI. So what I'm going to do, instead of all my videos, they have all little, tip here, a tip there. I actually wrote down all of the things it does, and I was just going to make one mega video. And hopefully, after viewing this, any of you haters out there will be like, oh my God, they really do a great job. I'm hoping. Because to me, I cannot believe if you use any of, I used Slim Bean on my Infuse, Cyanogen Mod. There's a million customizations there, so I'm not really getting why people are so anti-customization. It's just, I don't know. People are crazy, I think. But anyway, so enough about my rant, and let me get to it. So I've got everything written down here, and I'm going to start with the phone itself. How people can criticize and say it's ugly, it's cheap. I mean, this phone, now right now I have it in a case, and it's just a little plastic case that I got yesterday in the mail, but I just thought it looked really, really nice. But even out of the case, the buttons look premium. Everything about this. It's plastic, yes. Maybe the white version's just so much better than the black. I don't know. But I've had so many Samsung plastic devices. My friend just got, he's an older gentleman, and his daughter just got him an S3 at work. And I picked it up to help him do something. And that thing was so slippery. It just practically slid out of my hands. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to touch your phone. But this, even without the case, I mean, I can handle it. It's just night and day from a slimy, plasticky, cheap feeling phone. And it kills me that people don't get that. But anyway, that's what I'm here for. I think this is my new mission on Earth. Anyway. So then the next thing I wanted to say is, so the build quality is definitely up to par. The buttons on the back, they are so awesome. How many times have you gone to show someone something or grabbed your phone and you increase the volume or decrease it or hit some other button, power button? I mean, this phone, I've had it now almost 3 weeks. I've never once accidentally done anything. And the real beauty of the back buttons, as I mentioned in almost every video, is, let's see if you could see this when I put it down. Nope, out of camera range. There you go. Okay, so when you put it down on its face and you are listening to an earpiece and you need to just go up or down, you don't have to fiddle with buttons and trying to press them if they're in a case or whatever. You just go like that or like that and you're in. I mean, what could be easier? Power button, very easy. I've never hit it by accident, so I don't really understand all the complaints about the design. But now let's go into the actual interface, okay? Oh, also want to mention, I don't know, I heard it only has Gorilla Glass 2, the nicest, smoothest, most easiest to use glass I've ever used. And as you can see, I'm going over here with my finger. I'm human, I got oils. No fingerprints, no screen protector. So say what you will, it's a quality device. Okay, now we're going to start with the knock on, knock off. I've disabled that. Why? Because I have multi-picture live wallpaper, and in order to get to the next picture, you have to double tap. Well, if I do that, my phone shuts off. So I went ahead and disabled that, and I'm using Smart Screen On. And there we go. And I wanted to, I mean, I like that just as much, but I did want to get a little bit into the pattern lock. And watch here. So let's see. If you use pattern lock, it goes right into your settings. But if you change it, whoops, that's not what I wanted. If you go to slide, so we'll just go into, okay, we'll go into swipe. And the reason you want to change it to swipe is if you change it to swipe, then when you do your on, then when you do your on, you can use these buttons here so you can shortcut if you want. If you have it with the pattern lock, you cannot get into these. And also you can go like this and get right into your camera app, or, whoops, let's get out of that. I'll have to go back to the lock screen. or you can go here and go to your widgets. So there's a lot of different things going on at this lock screen. Another thing that's nice is you see this right here, that is my owner information. Now Samsung lets you do that as well, but Samsung does not let you put little icons like, okay, oh, shut up on me. Let's open it up real quick. Samsung does not let you put, I'm going to go back to the pattern lock because I want to show you guest mode. Goodness gracious. Okay, and then let's see if the guest mode is set up because I want to show you that as well. Lock screen. My bad. I want system settings. So what we'll do is we'll make a pattern that's just like mine, but one extra line. That should be easy to remember. Alright. And then while I'm in here, I just want to show you, you can set apps. You can give them access to all these things, or you can take access away. And as you can see, you hit the plus, and then you can give them access to all those apps. Okay. Alright. So we're going to go back to the lock screen. And now we're going to go into guest mode. It would be 2 and then a third. Whoops. 2 and then a third. So that's guest screen. And that just has the limited functionality, like I said. Whoops. Now we're going to go back to... Okay, so what I was showing you was how it's got owner information. I love my G2. I'm not sure if you can see those. Hey. Try again, nothing. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to zoom. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to show you real quick how you can do that. You go to System Settings, and you go to General, and I want to say Display. Owner Info. Come on now. Let's try lock screen. There it is, owner info. And there's the settings. Now I want to show you something amazing about this phone as well. So let's go ahead and copy paste this just so that I don't have to type it over. I'm going to hit copy. And as you can see, that little tray just came out because it also has a clip tray. So when you go to ask for the clip tray, it's going to show you everything that you've copied. So it doesn't just erase everything. So let's go back to owner info, and I'm going to show you how I put those little faces. So cool. It has a couple of categories, and in each one there are a gazillion detailed faces. There's a little skull, and they have little Chinese people, Korean people, hearts, and everything else, and the animations are endless. Okay, then let's go back. Then when you exhaust that category, you can go to this category. You got little farm animals, bunnies, and the detail is just so incredible. That's what blows my mind, because one of the things that broke my heart when Android left gingerbread and went to ice cream sandwich were those little green blobs that Samsung and then everybody else seemed to follow suit on the animations instead of the cute little green Android robots. So that really made me sad. So I'm happy again. All right. So that's how we would do the owner info. The guest lock I showed you. Like I said, I'm going down a list here. I'm sorry. Let's go. And I'm going to be jumping around because I just wrote my list real quick as I remembered things. So bear with me. But say you want to make a memo. I'm going to show you now. I don't want to bring up my messages to show you this because then I have to hide all my addresses and everything. I didn't want to jack with all that. So I just wanted to show y'all real quick. This would be the same if you were in messaging, if you wanted to dictate. even though Q voice isn't that great, nor was S voice, the dictation on this is amazing. And that's the LG keyboard, stock keyboard, and it's just awesome. So watch this. So we're going to edit. So first of all, if you don't show a microphone when you enable your LG stock keyboard, that's because there's a little cog in the corner and you have to hold it, and then you'll get a selection window, and then you can move it from the little pen. Now, if it's on the pen, look, it lets you, and it transcribes it right like that. So that's kind of cool. I don't know why you would ever need that, but it's nice that it does it. Okay, so, all right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dictate a message, and you're going to see how great the voice recognition is on this phone. It's as good as Google now. I'm going to leave a really long message, so I'm just going to ramble for about a minute. Hey, it's Bossy Texas Chick. I just wanted to demonstrate how great the speech recognition is on my on my LG G2. It's really amazing. It gets almost every word right, and no matter how long-winded you are, it never stops getting it. Thanks. Okay, so it says, hey, it's Bossy Texas Chick. I just wanted to demonstrate how great the speech recognition is on my LG 2X. Really amazing, every word right, and no matter how long-winded you are, never stops getting it. Thanks. So how cool is that? Oops, and then I should have showed you all. Let me, I guess I could show you from here. I think it works on here. No, I'm in the wrong thing. So, okay, so that's the messaging app. Really cool. Let's get out of that. The way my phone is set up, by the way, I'll just show y'all real quick. As you know, I have screen off there. My alarm clock is there. These are that's my, this is like my lobby of my phone, I consider it. This is my home screen as well. And then, look at those animations. It's like butter. It's more buttery than butter. Look at that. That's all LG. Don't get any loading messages, nothing slowing you down. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But what I was showing you about the double tap to change pictures, see, and so... And look at this. Say I want to show you my pictures. Boop. All the icons go away. Then I go like that. Brings them back. Then, once they're back, if you want all the screens. Wait. Hold on. I don't want to knock it over. Not that it will, but bring them back. And then when you... Hold on. There we go. It's just a certain type of pinching that brings them, so you can set all your defaults, add screens, whatever. And also in the display... excuse me, in the home screen, you can have multi-photo. So look at here, wallpaper. Gallery live wallpapers, multi-photo. That's the only onboard launcher that I ever saw that does that. And so you can set multiple images for each screen. How cool is that? Let's see what else I've got now. So I guess I'll go to messages because I wanted to show y'all my... So look how cool, this is just a test message I was doing before, but look how cool. With Samsung, you have to do the power button to enlarge and reduce your messaging, but here you can just pinch and zoom. So if you want to see something really quick, but you don't want to set the font for really large, just pinch and zoom. Also, if you want to change the background, change theme, right now, I've got the little pink checkerboards, but you can choose from all of those. Or you can take something from your camera or your gallery. I mean, the customizations are endless, and they don't get in your way, and they don't, what do you call it? Slow down the system or bog it down in any way. Also, if you go into your system settings and you go to, and by the way, if you don't like the tab browsing like that, you can just lazily just slide from side to side. You don't have to touch the tabs up the top. And again, if you absolutely hate that, then you can just switch to list view, and there you go. There's everything. So that's nice. But what I was starting to show y'all was, where was I? Oh, yes. In the system settings, you would go to accessibility. Where is that? Oh, let me go back to tab browsing because that's what I'm accustomed to, general. So you go to accessibility, and you've got this little man. In case you absolutely hate the buttons, and can't deal with them, you get this little man you can turn on. And he jumps out, you see him right there, and he fades over time. You know, after a couple of seconds, he'll fade into the background. But the nice thing about him is if you hit him, he's going to bring up the volume, up, down, power, home, and pinch. So that's a nice feature in case you just can't handle the buttons. And like I said, if we give it a couple of seconds, you'll see him fade. There he goes. And he's constant. He stays on every single solitary screen. I'll show you. We'll go home. There he is. And we'll go to the phone and you'll see him there. He's always there. So that's kind of cool. Let's get rid of him because I don't need that because I love the buttons. Accessibility. That's universal touch. We're going to shut him off. Okay. Another thing that's pretty nice is this invert color. If you're ever laying at night reading and you want to, you know, like a Kindle or whatever, that really takes away the brightness. It does everything inverted. But you want to make sure that you change that because if you go to your regular things with that inverted color, it turns everything into a negative. So it's kind of spooky. So let's go back to our system settings and invert color. Where is that? Whoops, don't want that. Accessibility. And invert color, we'll shut that off. Okay, and there's so many different things that you can do, but one thing that's nice is an accessibility. If you do power button ends call, which I always keep on, that way when you you don't want to hang up the phone, you don't have to look for buttons or the face of the phone if you're supposedly driving, which you shouldn't be. You can just quickly just hit the home button one time, the power button, and it will shut off the call. So that's nice. Okay, so I got the multi-photo, access, invert, the little man. Okay, again, for the 100th time, and I know if anybody knows my videos, they're so sick of this. But you see how I've got, well, I got to turn it on first. We're going to have quick memo showing, whoops, that's not what I wanted. We're going to, I want the remote. I don't know why I can never get straight that quick remote is not quick memo. All right. And then we're going to show our Q slide apps. Okay. So here we got a mess of crap going on here. Everybody hates it. I don't know why. To me, the more selections I have, the happier I am at a fingertip. But if you did not like all that busy at the top part, you can just scroll up, leave it there, and then every time you go home. Now, for instance, I have a home button here in my screen. So I hit my home button. Now when I go back to notifications, in fact, let's leave it there. So we'll go out of there. Now we're going to go, let's say, into the phone. I don't know. We'll go to the phone. And now we're going to go back out of there and we're going to go back to notifications. It stays right there. It doesn't stay there. If you don't want it there, just keep it up a little bit. You never have to deal with that. But when you do need it, just slide down. So I think that's pretty great. Plus, if you want, you can shut that. You can shut the Q slide. Now, I did want to show you the slide aside because that's kind of nice. If you were to open up an app and you do the slide aside, it shows you up there where they are. So, and you can get to them from here too because now when you see slide aside, it says one app saved. So it just is another way to get to it. Also, with the with these Q slide apps, say you open up the phone here and you want to get it out of your way for a second. Just go anywhere on the top, go off to the side, and it'll stay there. So that's a nice thing. You want it back up, you open it and close it out. So that's a nice way of being able to have it there, but out of your way. Let's see. Hide, Q slide, let it out. The remote stays where you put it. In the browser, it's nice. I'm using the stock browser just because let's see, how do you get to bookmarks? We'll pick Android Forum. Now, normally when you go to the Android Forum, I have it set up where it's like 200 posts per page. So it takes a while to get to the bottom of the page, as you can see. But what they've done with this stock browser is if you just take 2 fingers, it brings you right to the end. You want to go back up? Just do 2 fingers. Did you see how lightning speed and quick that was? No hesitation. It's just right there. Do it again. See that? That's really a helpful thing. The NFC, I kind of, let's see if we can do that real quick. So let's go home. Here's an old NFC tag I have from my LG Optimus. And if I was going to use that, I would just turn on NFC. And the example that I used was, say you come home from work or school like me. I'll come home from work and I'll text my husband. All I'll do is I'll turn on the NFC. I'll take the phone and let's go to an app called Tag Write. Wait, my bad. I don't want to write to the tag. I want to scan it. So I just would take my phone and it automatically pulls up a text messaging option that I had pre-programmed. I hit it and then it says, you know, hi, I just got home. See you at 5. And then I just hit send. So that is a really nice feature. Let me get out of this. Sorry, people. Okay, so I really like NFC tags. I think they're totally underestimated. The wireless storage, I'm going to show you that. That's a really neat thing. Let's shut off NFC. We don't need it for right now. Wireless storage is really cool, but the only problem is I've already got it set up on my computer, so it's not going to allow me to ask for a password. But as you can see, right here it says wireless storage. It's got the IP address and it says username, password, my storage, and it assigns a password or whatever. So as long as you're on your network, it works. Hey y'all, I wanted to add this last couple of minutes because it shut me down, but here's my Circle Launcher, and that is one of the best apps ever because if you don't like a lot of clutter, you can just customize it so that it lets you go in and you could change everything. I got the paid version, which I think was like $2, but it's really worth it because you can change every single thing. So I've got my little app. All I have is an X, and I just love that app. Look at that. And you can save it. Like suppose I want to do it again on this screen. So you just hold that down, you go widgets, and then Circle Launcher. Oh my goodness, that's the only thing they need to improve. You have to scroll through so many widgets. It's annoying. So let's say you want to do restore configuration. I saved that, so now I restored it. So now I have my widget here on another screen. So it's so nice because you don't have to set it up every time. So I like that. Okay, another thing is, oh, I hope I'm not shaking the camera here. My bad. Hold on. I think I was, but okay. Another thing I wanted to show y'all was the custom icons. I've showed this a couple of times, but I'm trying to put everything all in one video. And I need to turn this because I don't have it leaning against the thing. Okay, so let's say you want to change that. So don't want to do that. Hold on, my bad. All right, so let's say you have a custom icon. For instance, my screen off icon really used to look like this. Oh my goodness, I gotta scroll. Oh gosh. It used to look like that, okay? And that's another nice thing. You see what I'm doing? I'm just flicking things onto the screen. You don't have to sit there and do a million on, off, on, off. You can just fling as many things as you want like that. Wait, let's go. You just fling everything onto the screen and then when you're done. But now we're going to get rid of all that. And look at the little man. And he makes a noise like he's crumbling a paper. You see that? It's so cool. I love LG. I know I'm a crazy woman. Okay. So let's just get rid of this last one. And now I'm... Whoops. Okay. So now, this used to be like that. Okay. And I wanted it to be camouflaged so it looked like it was part of my plant. And all I did was I held it down and then it's going to have a little paintbrush and then I touch the paintbrush and then you have the option. You can use any of their icons or you can even turn it like into a widget or you can just make a custom icon from something you've done already. But in this case, I'm going to show you brand new. So I would pick the size one by one and say okay. And then I'll just go into my pictures where that picture resides if you want to make a camouflage. And by the way, if you pinch zoom when you're in your photos, they go from small icon to larger. So that's a nice feature. If you can't make out the thumbnail, it gets bigger. And also another thing it does, I'm going to show you that. I don't know if it does it here. Well, let's pick the picture. I know I'm all over the place. It was this one, okay? Yeah, no, it's going to just make the icon. So you just zoom in on the little spot that you want. We'll pick that. Whoops. Goodness. And then you bring it. Oh, goodness. Bring the window over to what you want camouflage. You can make it a little smaller. Oh, my goodness. I'm having a time here. It's usually much easier. Oh, there you go. Okay. So there it is. It's on my tree. So I say, okay. It saved it. And now it turned it into that. So we can take this one, get out the way, and we can move this one on top of my tree. And now it's part of the thing. Although it didn't come out perfect, so you would try again. But for now, I'm going to get rid of it. Oh, goodness. And we're going to put this one back where it belongs. So that's for that. The other last thing I wanted to show y'all was in your app drawer. Some people, and I'm one of them, if you have a lot of icons on your screen, you might get confused as to when you're in the app drawer because a lot of times it's clear. And this also has the option to have like apps wallpaper. You can have a transparency, and if you're transparent, then that's where to me the confusion starts. So for me, I like the idea that you can put wallpaper in the back, and let's just say I do like a black one. So I'm like apply, and then whenever I'm there, I know the black means I'm in the app drawer. So that's kind of cool. I think I got everything. I'm sure I missed one or two things, but I think you'll get the point. So there's LG's UI. I cannot say enough good things about it. As you can see, it's super fast. It's not slowed down by any means. And that's my cat Eskimo. and there's my truck. That's my old truck. But anyway, and so, you know, there's just really no reason to dog it and hate it so much. I mean, give it a shot. Take a look at it in the store. I think you might be really pleasantly surprised. Anyway, I hope so. Thanks, y'all. Bye.